Good evening, everyone. We have a treat for you. This is Danny. I'm here with Alex. Hello, Alex.
I'm here.
Today we're playing Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure, a GameCube exclusive. Never made it to another platform, so it's a rare treat. It's one of my favorites.
Treats.
I'll just let the intro play out here. Get your hopes up a little bit.
That ride isn't there anymore.
Alex,
Woody Woodpecker to sorry.
let's stay positive here.
Okay.
Let's focus on what still remains at Universal Studios.
Okay. Whoa!
They got dinosaurs. They still got the dinosaurs there. They still got sharks.
No.
How about fire?
Actually, no. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
No to the car, though.
Universal Studios theme parks. Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure. Press start to play. It's from our friends at Kemco.
Alright.
We knew them back in the NES days, developing games like Shadowgate and Spy vs. Spy. By the time the 2000s rolled around...
Hey, you forgot Legend of the Ghost Lion.
And Legend of the Ghost Lion. How could I ever forget?
Ghost Lion.
By the time 2001 rolled around, they weren't doing too well. Their very last games were for the original Xbox and GameCube, and they were just kind of sad. Not going to say how that reflects on this game. What we're going to do here could be called a New Game Plus. I'll explain as we go along, but it suffices to say that I have completed Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure, and this is my second loop.
I have never seen this game being played, and oh god, Woody, you are in bad shape. I am also an expert, a little expert, on theme parks, especially in America, and the work of Walter Lantz, which would be Woody Woodpecker and friends. So.
Yeah, so I think you'll enjoy this game.
Yeah. Oh, all us theme park people, we just love Universal. We're big fans. Oh, hey.
Who?
Hey, Woody. Wow, personal guide, nice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love the movie world.
Stop sassing Woody Woodpecker.
No, I'm not sassing, I'm serious. I love stamp collection games, too. Hey, they did that once in Knott's Berry Farm, and I got a lot of free pogs that way, so I'm not going to be dealing with anybody shit-talking free stamp programs.
Sweet.
I still have those pogs somewhere. Yes, Helix, I am a tiny expert.
We have entered the world of Universal Studios.
Oh, good. I have a friend in chat, who I will probably be referencing a bit today because they are a huge hater, as it were, of the Universal brand, and they are a big fan of Disney, so it's ought to be interesting.
Well, this game puts Universal Studios' best foot forward.
Oh, good.
So, 2001 GameCube game. You'll recall even back then, games didn't look like this. They looked significantly better.
Ooh, I love letter tiles. Okay, so we just collect the tiles.
I think for the sake of this playthrough, I'm just going to do your average playthrough of what you might do when you first play Universal Studios. You go around, talk to people.
I don't know where I'm going next. Gosh, calm down.
I don't know where I am. I haven't started. I haven't seen anything.
So, this is not really like the actual facade at Universal Studios Florida.
We haven't entered yet.
Okay, so we're...
First, I'm going to talk to my friend Woody. I'm going to do some things that will not make sense at first, but I'll explain them later on. We begin with a certain amount of points because this is New Game Plus, and my points carry over. So I'm going to buy a cowboy hat.
Good, a cowboy hat.
No more!
Nice. Are you wearing a cowboy hat?
Not yet.
Okay.
I will.
Oh my gosh.
There I am.
Oh, look at you. You're a little guy in a cowboy hat.
This is, the game features a few children you can pick from. This is one of the more unfortunate looking ones, and he and I played through our first adventure. So he gets to stick with me for the second loop.
Alright. Oh, so are we... Okay, we're headed in the park now, I see. There's the entrance, enjoy!
Thanks, dude.
God, why does every... God. No. Universal Studios Hollywood is way different, trust me. It's on 2 different levels, and also it's built into these mountains, so that anytime there's a brush fire, it just whips right through the Universal Studios Hollywood lot and burns it down. In fact, Universal Studios Hollywood's back lot has burned down once a decade since the back lot was created.
I got even worse news. There's a monster lurking here at Universal
And
Studios.
now there's a monster. First, the King Kong ride burns down the video vault in Hollywood, and now there's a monster in Florida. This is bullshit, personally.
So, oh boy, there's a lot to say about this game.
Oh, so it's got the covered entrance.
As you can tell, it's pre-rendered backdrops with polygon people on top, a la Resident Evil. The people far in the background, however, are very simple sprites that have 2 frames of animation.
I'm going to posit a theory. I don't think the one in Hollywood has this covering. And nor the one in Florida. The one that has the covering is the one that they built in Osaka, I think.
If you recall, at the very beginning of the game, it had a disclaimer that said this is not representative of Universal Studios itself. However, it's based on Universal Studios.
Okay. Well, it would explain the covering because in Japan, most theme parks' main streets, which is the main thoroughway of the park into the attractions, are typically covered. It's actually...
I like all of them.
I do like all of them, too. So it would make sense that a game developed in Japan kind of basing itself around that would have the covered thing. He's off. Why is he off?
Let's turn this guy on.
Oh, it's a rumble... Wait, why do you... Okay, whatever.
Look at his hand now. It never stops rumbling.
Oh my gosh, that is terrifying.
He's got a cast on that arm to protect it from
This really reminds me of Universal Osaka, which would make sense because this was actually released in Japan a week before it was released in America.
Oh, really?
I did my research. But
this game also had a PS2 port in Japan. However, we only got the GameCube one.
That would make sense. In fact, Universal Osaka is actually their most accessible park right now.
Okay, so here's our first quest.
Okay,
we talk to these people here. Not
it
that
is
person.
Too much fun. They
Get outta
can't
here.
handle it.
I don't have it. Now, talking to this person, you may think you have to go back to the park entrance. If you do, no one gives you a map. I tried that when I started up the game the other day to refresh myself on this non-linear quest. What you actually have to do is talk to another person who also tells you that there are maps at the entrance. Once you've talked to both these people, that enables the map person back at the entrance. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time going back there.
To be fair, having gone to Universal Studios Hollywood a few times, getting a map was kind of a chore.
You have to talk to multiple people.
You have to activate a lot of quests. People are telling us a lot of things. That Mr. Rumble hangs out at all the Universal Studios parks, and we're also known that this is the start of an episode of Sliders, where everyone keeps saying someplace is perfect until you find out it's horrible secret. And oh, hey, there's the map. I don't know how much this looks like the whatchamacall. I'm not even gonna... I've never been... I cannot even tell you. It's built around a waterway, which makes me think it's based more off of the design of Islands of Adventure, but...
Well, we're gonna see all these rides today.
Oh, good. And I will tell you what these rides are doing to this day.
Okay. I'm thinking we'll start off on Jaws, assuming I can find it. This is an issue. The entry and exit points to each screen in this game are not obvious. Some lead backwards, some lead forwards. The map is actually pretty much worthless. Okay, I'm in here. And hey, look over here. Do you see that? It's our first letter.
Ew, a letter. R. Fantastic. So, yeah, Universal Studios, in and of itself is pretty windy and a bit confusing, actually. In fact, when they built Wizarding World, they had to build a lot of signage to show people exactly how the heck to get there because it is all over the place. Helix asked what Backdraft is. Backdraft is no more, from what I understand, at Universal Studios, Florida, but it was an attraction where you stood in a thing, Oh, there is. There was a WaterWorld thing. So we'll get to you in a second.
We'll get to that.
Backdraft is a building where it's a building where you go inside and it catches on fire, and you watch it catch on fire, and Ron Howard talks to you about the movies. Anyways, it's gone now.
Here's the most important part of the game. We
Okay.
talk to this person who says people should throw garbage in garbage cans. That's pure common sense.
Oh man, telling it like it is.
This enables the garbage side quest. From this point on, Universal Studios will be filled with disgusting garbage that we can pick up and throw away for bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see that in a minute. For now, let's see Jaws. Let's see what he's up to these days. This isn't Jaws. This is the Wild, Wild, Wild West. We'll come back here. Okay, this isn't an exit. This looks like you could walk here.
But you can't.
But you can't.
So, Smebs asks about WaterWorld. WaterWorld is a thing in this game, right? That you actually play? Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about it later, but just so you know, WaterWorld is an attraction. It's a stage show
There's
that
Jaws.
has no right to be still going on, except for the fact that it's literally the best stage show ever produced in a theme park studio. Not theme park studio, sorry. In a live, it's the best live show ever put in a theme park show. And it's excellent to the point of where it was literally put in as a part-time replacement for a Miami Vice show that was there in Hollywood, and it became popular through word of mouth, and locals kept coming in to see it. To the point
It had a
where,
grassroots campaign.
Oh man,
Does
it
this
did
place
actually.
Does Universal Studios have a real dead giant shark?
It's not real. It's made out of rubber, and you can definitely pose in front of it.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I think our first attraction
is the Jaws ride,
is
which
Jaws.
is gone. Jaws.
My dream finally came true. I
Yes.
was eaten by a shark.
Do you want to enter Jaws?
Okay, Woody, phrasing, please.
Do you want to enter Jaws?
Do you want to enter the Jaws attraction? Try saying that next time.
So welcome to the Vor game.
Okay, let's see what this is about. Don't fall overboard. You think he's joking.
I heard some frightening news. The ships that sail by here are frequently attacked by Jaws. If you see Jaws, stop him before he sinks the ship. Keep Jaws away at all costs. Use the control stick to walk around the deck. Press the A button to pick up an item on the ship and throw it at Jaws. You can use what you picked up by pressing the B button. If you're about to fall off the boat, push the A button repeatedly to get back on the deck. Stop Jaws before he sinks the ship.
So just like the real ride, you have to kill Jaws.
So, the real ride is based, like much of Universal Studios Florida, it's basically a lot of the, oh wow, now that's some Vor shit.
No, we want to avoid the mouth. We don't want to enter Jaws.
Oh, we sure don't. Jaws the Ride in Florida was based on part of the actual studio backlot attraction. The studio backlot in Hollywood was a literal backlot tour that started in, I want to say 1930s, don't quote me on that. That literally was just, I'm just going to call him Mr. Universal, do not remember his name, ouch. Just asked people for like 30 cents to tour the western backlot because tourists were coming in and he was like, I want money. And it became so popular throughout the years, it ended up adding ride attractions to the actual tram tour, which included a part where you go by Jaws and Jaws goes, and you're like, and that's still there.
Oh, damn it!
Oh no, Jaws is getting you.
So would you say this is an accurate portrayal of the Jaws ride?
As for the one in Florida, I've never ridden it. I think it's basically the same thing except a little extended where you're in a boat and then you go into the thing and Jaws eats someone and then Jaws attacks your boat and then he doesn't actually really attack it, he just kind of goes, and then you go by.
As you may have assumed by now, this is a minigame collection.
This looks like it's based off of Jaws 2, where you do that, if I'm correct, where you throw dynamite into the orca.
That could be.
Not the orca,
I've never
Jaws.
actually seen a Jaws movie. I know it's about a shark and them needing a bigger boat. I don't know if they ever get that bigger boat, though.
No, they don't get the bigger boat, if I recall correctly. Chat's talking about the ride. Are the official Universal theme park hater in chat mentions that the Jaws ride was actually the best ride, or one of the best rides at Universal, and one of the only actual good rides they had. And it's closed now because I want to say that they're going to use it for an expansion of Wizarding World, but absolutely do not quote me on that.
They're better off. Wizarding World is pretty popular from what I understand.
Wizarding World, oh god, there goes Jaws. Wizarding World was actually so popular that it's one of the only times when it's the opening of Wizarding World correlates with a dip and a dip in attendance at Epcot and Walt Disney World, and a rise in attendance at Universal Florida.
Nice.
To the point of where Wizarding World is being built in all Universal parks that have a competing Disney park next to it. So it may not be built in Universal Singapore, but it is being built in Universal Hollywood, and it's been built in Universal Osaka, 2 parks that are very close to a Disney park.
The shark is wily. He will not beat me.
So we're talking about, so people mention the Nintendo deal with Universal. The thing is, we do not know what the Nintendo Universal deal is at all. There is a lot of talk that the Nintendo Universal... Ooh,
Yes!
you did it! Jaws is freaking dead!
We have killed the shark.
The shark is dead. There are rumors that they're going to use it to replace the Marvel rides, this, that, and the other at Hollywood. Not Hollywood, I'm sorry, Florida. However, there is a huge chance that they are probably only going to be opening up at Universal Osaka, because Universal Osaka has been talking about building a second park to compete with Tokyo Disneyland's second park. So, there's probably going to be an entire thing that is, they're probably going to not be turning any of the American rides. They may turn it here, we don't know, but there's a big chance that they're going to be doing something huge in Osaka instead of America when it comes to the Nintendo stuff.
Okay, so
here we go.
like your average day in a theme park, we came early, and we got to ride with no line at first. However, after we got off the ride, it's now mid-afternoon, and we are unable to get into any more rides because there are too many people.
Oh no!
This is a promotional tool for... Wait, what? That's a Ninja Turtle.
What?
I forgot what I was going to say now. That guy said something so strange. Anyway, I suppose what we should do is save the game, because this is a serious playthrough.
Yeah. Dark Tetsuya, it may be a Japan-only thing, it may not. It's just that no one's announced nothing, and I'll put it this way, the game community doesn't know anything about this, and the theme park community doesn't know anything about it, but they sure are all positing weird theories that make no sense, and the only one that makes sense is an Osaka park, honestly.
So let's have a look around.
Yeah, let's
Universal
see. So
Studios.
this whole area is gone. As they mentioned in chat, it's been turned into, the Jaws has been turned into a Harry Potter roller coaster that takes place in a bank. So that's all just completely
Look
gone.
what I found!
Trash! Disgusting!
Garbage!
Garbage!
I can't wait to get more garbage. This, by the way, is how you get on subsequent rides. You can buy tickets using points. You get points by picking up trash.
Wow.
That's your job here at Universal Studios. You can go on Jurassic Park and see the dinosaurs, but not until you've picked up people's filthy garbage.
Jurassic Park ride is still there, though. But people are like, it's long for this. It's like there's a lot of rumors of that this part is going to be shut down pretty soon.
You get 20 points per garbage, and I believe passes are 1,000 points.
Yeah, the other Alex from chat, Universal Studios hater Alex, mentions that they're glad that Universal Studios doesn't even have a custodial department.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Alex, in doing the research for this this stream, watched some videos of Universal Studios, and I was really kind of thrown by the lack of garbage everywhere.
Just thrown everywhere.
Because this game is my only experience with Universal Studios,
Hello.
and from beginning to end, it's filled with garbage that you have to pick up because the people who attend this place are filthy animals.
they're just awful. What the heck are you waiting for?
Well, I'd like to go into Backdraft, but there are too many people here. Unfortunate.
Oh yeah, there's 3 Alexes. I'm sorry. There's 3 Alexes in chat. There's Xkeeper. He is the cutting room floor Alex. There is TMBG13. That is Universal Studios hater Alex, and there's me. I am the streamer Alex. It's awful. There's too many of us. Oh, this ride is gone too. Oh, but you can't ride it anyway because there are too many people on it. They want to ride it before it turns into the Simpsons ride.
So we have a little bit of downtime between rides. I'm going to rack up some points so that we can earn the privilege of going on a single ride. My theory for this game's story is that you're a stowaway at Universal Studios, and you don't have parents, you're just here on your own, and they took pity on you, and they're going to let you ride the rides, but only if you pick up all the garbage around the park.
That is so sad.
It's
and
the
so
worst
true.
vacation. So this monster place, Monster Makeup?
That they do have a monster makeup show, yes. Wow.
Let's move on.
Let's go.
Right now I'm just scouring the area for garbage. Picking up those letters also gives us points. So eventually we can start having fun, but only after hours of picking up trash in the sun. That's what Universal Studios is.
This is all
This is
about,
a
I
promotional tool for Universal Studios. This is what they want you to see. A place filled with trash that you have to pick up personally.
Or else you shake hands with Knothead.
Oddly, I haven't seen any of those characters they're talking about. They're wandering around, and you can quote-unquote shake hands with them. You'll see what I mean when I finally get to see one. But
Motion picture magic. My
I ain't
favorite
seen
kind
none.
of magic.
okay.
Hey, it's E.T. the worst ride on planet Earth.
Don't you start. I should see WaterWorld before it's dark.
You should see WaterWorld before
It's one of the few places where you can go without needing to pick up trash beforehand.
Oh, thank God. So WaterWorld is Oh, Woody Woodpecker just... No, it's the Woody Woodpecker
It's
lady.
Woody Woodpecker's sister or girlfriend.
I think her name is Knothead? Or is that the little kid?
Let's play the trivia quiz contest.
Alright, trivia.
This is actually a pretty good way to rack up points, so I may play this a few times. Do you really think you can correctly answer all my questions?
Yeah.
Got another thing coming, idiot.
Hello, I'm Winnie Woodpecker.
Winnie is her name, sorry.
You're going to take a knowledge quiz. Try to do your best.
Her skirt is made up of like one polygon.
Oh my gosh.
To answer a question,
Are these all based on the theme park? Because that's all I fucking know.
They're based on Universal Studios movies, circa 2001, so 90% of them are about the Mummy. 2 tons?
2 tons?
3 tons?
3 tons.
Hey, you're right. It wasn't THX.
Sense around system.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Happy Easter! Hooray! Hallelujah! Christmas time!
I think it was Christmas time.
I don't think it was Christmas time. I think it was Hallelujah.
You gotta choose something.
Oh, it was
It was
Christmas
Christmas
time!
time, I told you! That'd be Meg.
Wow.
I saw Twister in 2010.
Twister fan Alex. Okay, well, smart guy, what's the name of Patch Adams' roommate?
Hunter. I was Mitch. Mitch was my first choice.
But who did Patch befriend in Patch Adams?
Truman.
Superman. Batman. Oh. I know that one.
How?
Gonna say the hero's little sister?
It's Big Brother.
I haven't seen E.T. in a few decades.
watch more movies.
You need to watch more movies, honey.
We'll try that again.
Okay. Amino acids.
Hey, yeah. In the refrigerator?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that would be
A submarine. I know this. I know all this, man.
What
this
was
is
it?
ridiculous. I don't remember E.T. and the E.T. ride is so terrible.
Don't
it
you
made me
remember
block out
E.T.'s
E.T. information?
Don't you remember his classic dialogue? Like when he said the letter B.
A. Just say A. Oh,
It was
it's
B! I was right! Okay.
None. I know that because of the freaking backlot ride. They were the smokers. I know that because I've seen that show 1,000 times. That thing.
Bike,
It would be
right?
a bike, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know
Almost
this
there.
shit.
Oh man! Oh no! I've waited all my life for a question about Beethoven and.
It would be Emily, the youngest daughter.
Okay!
Boom! Boom!
I want to say.
Yes. Contract.
Mr. Kirby's real occupation in Jurassic Park 3. First of all, who saw Jurassic Park 3?
He owned
Second
a
of all,
tile store.
he owned a tile store.
Oh, he did. Wow.
Yes. Somewhere else.
Barn.
Yeah, it's probably in the barn. Okay, this is the last question. What is the name of the flesh-eating insect? It's the scarab, right?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes! We know all about. Oh God, that was awful effect. Sorry there, everybody.
We've beaten you, Winnie.
Winnie, get out.
So for that, we get a stamp. And we also get 1,600 points. So you can excuse me for wanting to play this again.
Absolutely.
Hello,
I did so badly at this without you. I'm glad you're here. He was... I want to say he was a
Yeah.
customer. Yeah.
Who's a customer? That would be Alfred
You just-
Hitchcock. David Lynch's.
88 miles per hour.
Oh,
Come on.
I know that. Come on.
What kind of rube do you take me for?
I want to say her pelvis. Because she's old as shit.
I say her wrist, but I'm going to pick her pelvis.
Oh, what's her wrist? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Jules and
Vern.
Vern, because
They're
he's
nerds.
a nerd.
Yeah.
Pig McCaffrey, Mini McCaffrey, Baby McCaffrey, or Chicken McCaffrey?
I don't know.
I say it's either chicken or baby. Oh, it was
baby.
In American Graffiti, Kurt was distracted by a blonde who drives a...
I want to say a Thunderbird, Chevy, or Cadillac. So I'm going to go with go Chevy. Damn it, it was a Thunderbird.
You need to watch more movies.
watch more movies.
Yeah, you mean I need to remember all the bullshit at Universal Studios Hollywood more, okay? I know.
Okay, you should know this one.
Oh, I want to say 1964.
Hey.
Technically, it's 1930 something.
Oh, it
That
was
would
Jaws
be 32.
12.
12, yeah.
Yeah, I
12.
think it was 12. Oh, it was 19! What did the hero of Waterworld find on the bottom of the sea? Sand.
Money.
It was sand.
What the fuck?
It was sand. Who frees O'Connell in The Mummy?
I watched The Mummy once. It was Halloween, and I was like in high school, so I have no fucking clue.
So it was Beth.
Beth.
It was Evelyn! We're doing bad here. We got a lucky break at the beginning, but we're falling
Everybody
behind.
is screaming sand. Everybody's telling us everything.
Oh, everyone has seen Waterworld but us. I see
Uh-huh.
how it is. Biff's first and last name was Biff Tannen.
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint you, Waterworld fans. It was built on a former...
farm site. Chicken
Chicken
ranch?
ranch.
Fuck you!
Oh, it was a giant nose.
Nose. Yeah, we've seen that.
Ask me more questions about Beethoven. He drank whiskey. This game is rated T for teen.
Broken leg, but I'm not sure which one. I want to say right.
It was his left. God.
Damn it! Dragon? The Bruce Lee story.
It was Jeet Kune Do.
Dragon?
And dragon? A mosquito. How about it?
Oh, I don't know.
Chat, you got however long the
They're
delay
way
is
behind.
to tell me. Whoever types the first correct answer wins this question in Universal Studios. I'm going to go with the Pharaohs if I don't see an answer. Nope, no answer. It's the Pharaohs!
Hey, we did it!
It was...
Frogs. Hailstones, come on! Ugh.
Okay. We still got this?
We got one.
We still got this? We're good.
I want to say a mina. Oh, you're kidding me? A parakeet?
How?
How? No.
It took me a second to parse that question because it's so
a
strange.
ringer wants to come in and help us. Shall they enter the room? We may have a third in a second.
Three?
3?
No, once! He only does it once!
That's bullshit.
He wished that he was father would
Stop lying!
Stop eating, Dad! Stop eating!
Don't eat, Dad. I want to say rattlesnake, but it could be...
I've never heard of this movie!
You've never heard of Two Mules for Sister Sarah?
No!
Jeez.
It
That
was
would be
Hollywood.
Hollywood. City Walk doesn't count. What are you talking about? How many T-Rexes appeared?
2. 3.
3! Okay, man, 3! Alright, we got a ringer who wants entry.
I want at least one more...
Okay, we're doing one more without, our friend.
Oh, bring him in. It's
okay,
just...
okay.
I want to win one session so we get
Alright,
at
we have
least
a
some
third, we
points.
have a partner coming in.
As you can see, I need to collect...
Come on in, baby.
To get the next...
Just keep it down.
So when you get hats in this game...
So my girlfriend's here.
Let's... Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The first McFly in America had the name.
Samus.
Alright. Patch Adams, people?
I've never seen this film.
4. 2, who cares?
It's Patch Adams.
You guys seen WaterWorld?
I've never seen one.
And they don't mention this in the stage show.
I haven't either.
Let's try Gargoyle.
Gargoyle. Oh, Gregor!
Gregor.
Of course!
What is any of this? I don't... She managed an apartment building.
She was a
okay.
waitress in a restaurant.
Wow, it just brutalized us with that series of questions right there.
Love me some Seamus McFly, says, chat. Oh, brother. Alright. It was a locomotive.
Mm-hmm. He jogged all the way to the fire? That sounds like something he would do.
Yeah. Sounds...
Ow.
He jumped on it.
I don't have a photographic memory, Universal Studios.
Blue! White! Either blue or... White bull!
It was Clint Eastwood. God, these easy questions in between the impossible ones. How am I supposed to know this? Has anyone seen Dragonheart? No.
900.
900?
984, of course!
Alright. This is our very last
Even
one.
with the ringer, this is getting really difficult.
After this point, I'm going to go back to the
Oh,
park.
it's okay.
We have one more chance.
Dry land.
Did it take place on
No, it
dry
took
land?
place on the ocean. No, on the ocean, on the ocean.
Okay.
Sorry, phew. I was thinking of
Winnie
the...
Woodpecker's trying to trick you. How many dragons did Bowen defeat in Dragonheart? The recent hit movie starring Sean Connery as Dragonheart. Gonna say 3.
So Chad...
Nope, it's 2.
Chad knows all about Waterworld, specifically my friend Teeter. She knows all about this.
Lead guy in Spartacus.
That would be
Kirk
Kirk
Douglas.
Douglas.
Yeah.
Huh, how-
Charlie Chaplin?
Choose carefully.
Bullshit!
I have no idea.
This is garbage! Oh, of fucking course. North Pole, I know
Antarctica.
that. No, why did I say the wrong pole? I'm garbage!
We have failed
We're
the trivia
trash.
challenge. Let's move on.
Okay, no more.
I think we have enough points for at least another hat. Thank you to our guest contributor, by the way. Appreciate your help.
We appreciate anybody trying to help us. The only person who knows anything is friggin' Teeter, and Teeter knows everything!
We got
Teeter-
no points.
We have no points. We are trash.
We have no style. We have no grace. But
Did
we
we
have a
lose
lot
our
of garbage.
points?
No, we didn't lose any
Okay,
points. We
good.
just didn't get any. That
Yeah,
time.
well, okay, everybody's yelling at... Oh, no, we're not going to eat...
Not yet, not yet.
Oh, thank God.
Another thing I can do to get points is to go on the Wild Wild West ride. If you'll notice back at the entrance, I got a cowboy hat, and the various hats let you enter all the rides whenever you want for free. However,
Oh.
they're very expensive, which is why I can only afford one. Hey, Rumble Guy.
Look at him still rumbling.
Still rumbling? That's cool.
Oh, yeah, keep on rumbling, baby. So, nothing else I can really say. Let's see, we're going to the Wild West show.
The Wild 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 West.
I think that they had a Wild West, stunt show at Universal Hollywood or somewhere. If they didn't, I know that a lot of other places did.
Damn it.
Hey!
Okay, do I have enough to buy? Oh, I do have a good number of points here. So what rides do you want to see next? How about we buy Back to the Future and E.T.?
Alright, I can scream about those rides pretty good. Yeah, you did hear me go, Fred Dursty there. Thirsty for the chicken nuggets.
Thirsty. Let's, okay. So, we can go on Back to the Future. We can go to E.T., the best ride at Universal Studios, according to most experts. And we can also go on the Wild Wild West ride. Wild 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 West.
Wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild west.
Emphasizing that it's not the Will Smith movie.
Wild, wild, wild west. Not just the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
Not the wild, wild west. With the mechanical spider.
Yep. No mechanical spiders here, sorry.
You know, that's a favorite film for people who love steampunk.
Is it?
It's the only steampunk film I can think of that was made in the last decade.
Changed my mind. We're closer to E.T., so we're going to E.T.
Well, we're going to E.T. So, here's the thing I want you to all know about E.T. The worst version is the version that is now closed, thank goodness, at Universal Studios Hollywood, because it has no... Well, first let me tell you this. The interesting thing, and the thing that everybody should be most excited about regarding the Nintendo Universal deal, is that Universal allows anything that they license out, such as, E.T. or Nintendo or Fast and the Furious, the creators of the actual...
At first he turns us away, but then he sees our hat.
So Steven Spielberg technically has full control over this ride. Now there are
First
other...
of all, let me play the intro to this before you compare and contrast the actual ride to the real one. Here's the game version of E.T. the Ride.
Welcome to E.T. Adventure. E.T. is in trouble. He has to go back to the green planet, and there's hardly any time before the spaceship takes off.
Oh no.
You need to hop on the bicycle and take E.T. to the spaceship. On the bicycle, press the A button to pedal and the B button to brake. Steer the bike by moving the control stick up and down. Do a wheelie by moving the
Oh, you
control
can do sweet
stick
wheelies.
to the left. To land safely after a jump, move the control stick left or right to adjust the bike while in the air. The spaceship will take off if you don't reach it soon. Hurry!
We gotta get E.T. back
Okay,
to his home planet.
That's exactly the plot of the ride. I'll just quote my friend Alex, Florida Alex. He says, I don't know if you guys know this, but E.T.'s teacher, Botanicus, needs E.T.'s magic healing touch to help the green planet, E.T.'s dying planet. So E.T. has to go home from where you are, and you take E.T. home to his green planet, and then you get to see what the green planet looks like. Now, remember before I was mentioning the thing that makes me angriest about this ride is that... Okay, never mind. I just... Oh my god.
Yeah.
So the thing that makes me angry about this ride is that Steven Spielberg literally has full creative controls, and there are other rides where they have full creative control. The ride is actually pretty damn interesting. Wow.
I love that animation.
Oh
It's so
man.
good.
So here's the thing you need to know about the E.T. ride at Hollywood. It starts off with you just outdoors in front of a big building. It's like a giant box of a building, whatever. Wow. The queue area has literally nothing for you to look at, and you're just doing whatever. But then you get inside, and you're really excited because you're like, oh, cool, there must be something interesting inside the building. But no, the building is literally...
I don't know why I keep doing that.
No,
I keep
don't.
trying to correct my trajectory, but it's just the same thing happens every time. This is the worst remake of Excite Bike I've ever seen. Oh, that shadow's going everywhere too. It's just not even close.
So the Hollywood ride, so you go into the building and you're excited because you're like, oh man, maybe I'll get to see like some interesting stuff. No, it's just a literal big, like painted blue building. It's a giant box with nothing, absolutely nothing inside. And then you look at this tiny ass CRT monitor, and Steven Spielberg is just literally almost as close to phoning it in as you could do without an actual phone in your hand. And he is just saying like, hey, so, and he just stands there and explains the plot to you, saying, hey, you're gonna go on this movie set, we're filming a movie, and the movie is about E.T., and it's a sequel, and, yeah, that's what's going on. And then E.T. is there with some popcorn eating it, going, tell them about Botanicus. And Steven Spielberg's
that was
just,
close.
oh, that was awesome. And Steven Spielberg's just like, all right, yeah, yeah. And he's just,
I can't wait to continue this great narrative I've introduced.
so he does that, and it's really, really just awful. So then you go into...
It turns out Steven Spielberg's vision for follow-up to E.T. is really boring.
And it's literally what it is it's his literal, like, it feels like just he phoned in some fan fiction he wrote when he was like 10 or something.
Here we go.
Beautiful. Oh man, that's what I remember about the movie.
I remember that part.
No.
Oh, no, we're still gone.
So you go in and then finally what you do is you're given there's a person like standing in front of a monitor, and
Oh, I should have gone on the log.
and you have to tell them they're just a ride technician. You have to tell them what your name is, and you get a lanyard that's your studio pass. What this is it lets E.T. at the end of the ride tell you say your name, and because it's so weirdly off sync and barely kind of works, it's just a system of him saying out syllables, so he doesn't actually say out names. So
Oh, God.
so he's like
Danny.
Alex. And half the time, it's not even. It's not even at half the time straight up. It doesn't even sync up with you. So he's just saying the names of someone who's not even on your thing, and he's just like, you're like, who's Bart? Who actually is named Bart? You know?
Bort.
Yeah, basically. I never got to hear my name. He kind of garbled it out each time. So thanks, E.T.
So, my question is, why is that light coming out of E.T.'s crotch, and why does E.T. have a lewd light?
E.T. came prepared.
So the other half of the ride that they don't show you is when you're
We
actually
did it
back
with
at
a
this
minute to
green
spare.
planet. And E.T.'s green planet is just... It's terrifying. It is the most phoned in... Oh my gosh, a guy
Bye,
his kid is...
E.T.
Bye. That looked unfun. I'm glad you played it. But
That was surprisingly easy for this game. I don't remember this being that easy.
also the entire ride.
Oh, I didn't beat my previous time.
Also, the entire ride smells like pine sol, like tons and tons of pine sol. It's to emulate the smell of the green planet, but it's just pine sol. It's just
Excuse me?
yes. What? What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So, we have completed 2 rides, and there's a bunch of garbage waiting for us outside. This is a good day.
Oh man.
We gotta go back to the future, Wild Wild West, and then I think we'll have a look at WaterWorld before going off to break.
Cool.
It depends on which is closest, however.
So, Devil Ray from chat mentions that we should stream the ET PS1 game sometime.
Oh lord, that did get released over here, I think. There's also a Cat in the Hat game for PS1 I've been wanting to try.
So the, as we mentioned Back to the Future, the ET ride is still in existence in Florida but the Back to the Future ride is gone. It's now a Simpsons ride. Now the, gift shop at all the Simpsons rides at all the parks, and this is from, Battlehorse reminded me of it, they all have a special place for Bort named merchandise, but it's never stocked. Yeah, it's pretty great.
So, this is one of the ones I did try while refreshing my memory for this game the other day.
Uh-huh.
This game is more in line with what you'd expect from Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure. That is complete bullshit.
Oh, good.
Hey, I'm gonna give you special treatment.
What's
Okay.
funny is that it's
Shoot straight and never let him see you sweat.
Whoa, we doing some murder?
Yep.
The show that, the actual Back to the Future Hollywood ride, when they turned it into The Simpsons, ooh, I'll let you talk.
Yeah.
They've heard that you are
Show respect.
Okay, the Wild 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 West.
aim with the control stick. You can shoot with the L or R button. When you run out of bullets, use the A button to reload the gun. Good luck.
So this game gives you a gun, and while you don't shoot human targets, it does pit you against an expert sharpshooter, who then laughs at you whenever he beats you, which he will, because this game's very hard.
So the Back to the Future ride, it's like I said, in Hollywood, it's now a Simpsons ride as it is in Florida. But what's interesting about it is that while Florida got a new section around it to make it themed to Springfield, Hollywood didn't get that until this year. And in fact, it just had a bunch of like, here's a Simpsons ride with a bunch of Back to the Future shops and things around it. So, and they didn't get rid of those until like this year. So it was up for like 6-7 years.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna try that again.
Is there a ride like this at Universal?
Where you shoot people? No.
You don't shoot people, you shoot signs.
No, there's no sign shooting in, there may be a this looks like it's just based on any generic Western thing from any theme park, honestly.
I'm doing good this time. I gotta hit the bonus in this one to have a chance of winning, though. Come on, pop up, pop up. Got it. I did it!
You did it!
That's something
he's so
I wasn't.
sad and depressed.
That's something I wasn't able to do the other day.
He's got
Second
anime,
round.
He's
What?
got anime blushing.
Yeah. Was I supposed to shoot that guy?
No, you. Oh, you didn't.
It looks like.
I guess.
The controls for this part are atrocious.
I was gonna say, are they garbage?
They're real bad. Oh, I've lost this one now.
Oh man, look at him. He's so sad.
Give me a death stare there. Alright, where are all these bonus things gonna pop up?
So we got Chad talking about the cowboy from Ill Bleed. Thanks.
Right. I love that guy. That guy who's supposed to be Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah, Dark Tetsuya. mentions that, Kemco is a Japanese developer. That would also explain the covering on the main street as well, because that is a Japanese theme park game, not an American theme park game. They don't... Yeah, covered, it's, all theme parks... Not all, but majority of theme parks in Japan have a covered main street.
I'm just here for the bonus.
Yeah.
Bonus. I didn't know there was a second guy. This sucks.
It does suck, man.
Whoa!
Whoa! Man, this guy sucks. This game hates you.
It does. I'm gonna give this one more shot.
Everybody is recommending you shoot the guy beside you. Just turn next to him and just fucking fire.
Oh, I'd love that.
It sounds proper.
Oh, a fitting punishment. Damn you! God.
You won? Okay, alright.
Is there a third guy? I'm guessing there's a third guy.
Final round.
Final round. This is for real.
Can you... Okay, serious time, everybody.
Oh my god, we got moving targets. We got balloons. What are you doing, dude?
So while he's shooting, we mentioned WaterWorld. WaterWorld is actually, I mentioned before, it's a show that got popular due to word of mouth. Because there's a very, much like in Orlando, there's a very strong theme park fan culture in Southern California. And Universal always give a lot of discounts. And during the summer, especially for...
I did it!
Oh, nice!
I'm the king! I'm the new king of Universal Studios!
Nice!
Still didn't beat my score from First Quest. I don't care. That is one of the harder games to complete, and I'm glad that's out of the way.
Oh, me too. Don't. But yeah, it was so popular, and they were offering so many discounts on whatchamacallit, season passes, that basically if you bought a single day at Universal, you get a price of a season pass, basically, so you get, like, buy a day, get a year free if you're from Southern California. WaterWorld sold season passes. It was so good. It's a good stunt spec. I showed the video to,
Well, let's go see WaterWorld. I think it's next to Jaws.
Oh, good. It's actually, it's one of those things where it is still going at every single park, and it is still like, it still sells tickets. It's still a ticket selling, it's a season pass selling show, at least, because locals really love WaterWorld, because it's a fun show. It's a stage show that features at least the one in Hollywood features actual stunt people who work in, since Universal is a working lot, it's actually people who just straight up work, who are working on Universal movies and stuff.
What's this person got to say? Oh.
No?
A cell phone side quest, huh? Hey, okay, let's keep that in mind.
Okay.
However, we have more important things to do right now. I cannot see my character because they're being blocked by all these people. Please.
You wanna go inside?
You want to see this?
Do you want to see this?
Bye!
So it's like, weirdly enough, WaterWorld. Great stunt show. If I highly recommend searching it on YouTube. Actually, it's genuinely good. It's a genuinely really cool stunt show. Because,
now, what would you say is the ideal seat for WaterWorld?
I would say the middle one.
Okay. Here we go. Are you ready for WaterWorld?
Yeah.
We've waited half an hour to get in.
There it is.
And there it is. Whoa!
Anyways,
wow.
that's the
That's it.
That's it?
How about we sit over here?
Okay. Basically, by the way, this is the grand finale of WaterWorld, is that plane coming in and a bunch of things exploding. So that's actually pretty accurate.
That's cool. Let's sit over here.
Okay.
Oh, I can barely see it. Oh, it's stuck behind that thing. This sucks. We shouldn't have sat here.
Wow, this really is the WaterWorld sitting experience.
Let's try the left side.
Especially if you're in a wheelchair, because the wheelchair seating is always freaking awful. Because it has to be not in a splash zone.
It's better in the right. People,
Yeah.
if you go to Universal Studios, sit on the left if given a choice, not the right. And let's see how it looks left of center.
Okay.
This is a 100% playthrough.
So the set actually was a Miami Vice show before it was WaterWorld, and then it was another
One more
show
time.
before it was. I forgot what it was for Miami Vice, but yeah.
It's coming right for us!
Ah!
Yeah, I have seen this ride in action, and it looks... Well, it's not a ride, it's a show. But,
It's pretty good.
But it looks cool.
It's like, honestly, are we watching it again?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I think 6 times is enough.
6 times is enough. They rendered it 6 times. We watched it 6 times.
So, to finish up this segment, I think we should go with the one everyone wants to see, Back to the Future.
RIP. Rest in peace is my beautiful ride. Actually, Back to the Future still exists in Osaka.
Oh.
Universal Osaka still has this. Hey, that's Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
have to
know.
go
I'm
through it.
going the long way around. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Jurassic Park is a ride where it features a side joke where 2 dinosaurs are ripping apart a Mickey Mouse hat and a Disneyland popcorn container. I don't know if it does that in Florida, but I know that they recently took out the popcorn container and the hat at Hollywood, so...
Oh, freaking
Yeah.
SJWs.
Yes, the SJWs are ruining our rides. I guess, jeez. I feel bad, but Universal has much bigger fish to fry, which is basically clowning constantly on Sony at the moment.
There's a lot to clown on.
Their new Simpsons area has a marquee that they can change on the fly, so I'd been making fun of Paul Blart last time I saw.
We're right here. Where is Back to the Future? Is this
There.
Back to the Future?
Yeah, the big building.
Okay. But first...
Garbage. God!
What a filthy place this is. People take vacations here?
I know. Horrible, right?
This is also my favorite intro to any of these games. But we have to be wearing the proper hat, of course.
I know the ride used to feature somebody dressed as Doc Brown just kind of half-heartedly greeting people, but not anymore.
Alright, here we go.
We have a big problem.
Uh-huh.
A bully named Biff stole our DeLorean and flew away.
It's a huge problem.
So I have a favor to ask you. I want you to get in the other DeLorean and catch Biff. Press the A button to accelerate and the B button to brake. Avoid walls and obstacles by using the control stick to steer. You can use the L button and the R button to drift through the corners. You'll need to reach the warp zone before time runs out, or Biff will escape. Drive fast, catch Biff, and get our DeLorean back.
Alright, Woody. We're ready to travel through time for you.
So, I hope this ends with him getting dumped with manure. So he can say his famous line, "Manure, I hate manure."
I hate manure.
I hate manure.
Oh, I love this part. Check this out.
Wow!
Wait.
Get in quick!
It's like I went extra slowly just to spite him for saying that. Get in quick! Yeah, whatever, Woody. Shut up.
Helix from chat also wants an entire game where Woody Woodpecker gesticulates and speaks to them about game mechanics and nothing else. So,
Push the A button!
part of the set for this for the film of Back to the Future, especially Back to the Future Part 2 and 1, is the very famous courtyard set at Universal Studios. Remember how I mentioned that the backlot burns about once a decade, whether through arson or just wildfires?
Sometimes it's arson?
Yes, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was sometime in the 90s there was an arson. Which was like some guy didn't put out his cigarette correctly and whatever. But specifically the courthouse, because of the way the Old West set kind of moves towards the courthouse, the Santa Ana winds and all the brush behind it tend to really whip hot air right to the courthouse. So the set for Back to the Future, which used to be really permanent and on display, has burned down a lot of times. That courthouse specifically that you just flew through.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, they actually had to rebuild it in the 50s, the 60s, and I think the 90s. So I remember it being burnt in the 90s. It didn't get burned, however, in the last backlot fire, but the last backlot fire burned down the King Kong ride, which, if you may have seen footage of, is literally just King Kong in a big building of fire. Mm-hmm. Now you might think, okay, so this is a place...
Oh, I'm doing poorly.
So you're an archivist. So all my archivist friends in chat.
Oh, come on.
Let's say you are an archivist and you work at Universal archiving their video footage, specifically their VHS footage and their video transfers of things that you mostly use for, preservation. Where would you put that vault? Especially knowing that Universal Studios catches on fire at least once a decade, so you need to have some fire safety in place. If you guessed right behind the ride that has not only caught on fire once before, but continually sets on fire once every 15 minutes, you'd be right! That is exactly where they placed their video vault, including all their originals of I Love Lucy and a lot of other shows. Now, they lost a lot of video, but they have other backup copies, so nothing was permanently lost. But, yeah, Confrontation, because the Universal Studios Hollywood lot, unlike the Florida one, is actually built on a real working backlot and vault of not just Universal, but NBC's footage as well, ever since NBC bought Universal. In fact,
you put all the film near the lava? What were you thinking?
Basically.
I hope you guys are enjoying Biff's voiceover, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty
Featuring
great.
classic lines like, "Hey, what's up?"
Whoa! Yeah, everybody's comparing him to Terry Bogard.
Are you okay? Buster Wolf. Oh, this is gonna be a photo finish. I made a few mistakes.
I bet you can do it.
I bet I can't. Come on, Biff. Biff, you jackass.
Come on, Biff!
I'm gonna dump you in that manure.
What are you doing?
Shut up, Carrie.
No.
Oh!
The future has been lost. The future has been lost forever.
Rip.
One more try.
Man, the stream hates the, There it goes. It does not like this footage.
It does not like lava.
No, it does not. Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna do this. This time, we're
At
gonna
least
get
it didn't
Biff.
freeze on my end. So
We're gonna
it's
get
just-
10.
There we go.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Other Universal Studios Florida facts? It's where they filmed Wienerville.
Oh,
Yeah, what's up?
What's up? Wienerville.
Yeah.
Got any 90s kids in here?
Who likes the 90s?
Me.
Yeah, the mechanics for the game, X-Keep Brass, you just run into Biff. Yep. That's
Yeah,
actually
and
the-
it controls very badly, and you can't really tell when you're gaining on him so much as the game just decides
Yeah.
that it's time to hit him.
Booyah!
Booyah!
Rip.
And the courthouse burns down again.
Sorry, it's just that they built a lot of the Back to the Future 2 set, the feature part next to the courthouse, and because it was pretty cheaply made, which is, hey, fair enough, it's just a set you're going to tear down, it burned pretty bad. And I've seen footage of the burned area, and it looks really creepy, because it's just like all the Texaco signs and shit just burned.
Ugh. I should have practiced this part. I failed you, everybody. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
This part is harder than I remember. However, Biff at least has half a life bar now.
Double Dare was, yes, filmed at Universal Studios, but I don't know which version of Double Dare was filmed there. I don't think the original... No, the original version was filmed there. They also filmed... God, they filmed a lot there. Because it was a real working studios, and it was a real working studios inside of a theme park, which meant that...
Damn you, Biff! You're dead! You're dead! You're a dead man! You're gonna die back in the Jurassic period, or whatever this is.
It's also why they started filming, like, kind of filler-type shows there, because basically they wanted to use it like a real studio, but part of the deal was that they had to have an attraction, meaning that Nickelodeon had to have at least a few of their shows open to a basically theme park audience to come in and cool off, watch a show, whatever, as their actual audience. And I don't know if you've ever, I don't know if people here have been into the filming of an actual show, but it doesn't take a nice 30 minutes to an hour. It takes usually 2 to 3. So they really had to work on shows where they couldn't keep the audience in there for too long, which is why What Would You Do is so tightly shot and it feels so on the cheap. Same thing with Wienerville. They weren't able to, you know, actually...
Yeah, Wienerville was a really tightly shot show. Just really well put together.
No, it wasn't. I meant it was fucking... A lot of it was filmed ahead
Classic
of time.
horror.
God.
Okay, I got a hit on him at
The
least.
Lava Age. Right before the Ice Age.
Okay, we got 2 more hits to go, I think. No, it's probably like 3. Come on, you jerk.
Nice.
Will Biff escape us again? No! Why, Biff? Why?
Biff, you piece of garbage!
I wish I could pick him up and throw him in the garbage can, but unfortunately, Biff is victorious this time. I want to return to this at some point to show you guys the rest of the attractions and to actually beat this game and prove that it's beatable.
It is.
However, I think now is time for us to go to a commercial break.
You must be joking.
Wow, Woody!
Well, Woody Woodpecker just lets us have it.
Woody, you're just pissed that
He does
Oswald's
not.
gone.
He's completely had enough of us. I think that's our cue to exit.
Yes,
So, we have a special video for you while we take a 15-minute break.
It is a video of the newest parade at Universal Studios, Florida.